Your mind is the loudest prison you'll ever live in. And solitude is the only way out. When the noise of the world fades, you finally meet yourself. No masks, no distractions, no applause, just you, and the truth you've been avoiding. Most people fear being alone because they mistake silence for emptiness. But silence isn't emptiness, it's exposure. It shows you what's real and what's fake. It strips away every illusion until you're forced to face who you actually are. And that's where transformation begins. Not in crowds, not in comfort, but in solitude, where your soul starts whispering what your ego tried to silence. Winning alone isn't isolation. It's alignment. It's meeting the version of you that was buried under noise, opinions, and expectations. Because the truth is, the one who can stand alone is the one no storm can break. When you're alone, you stop running from yourself. You start building peace without permission. You start realizing that solitude doesn't make you small, it makes you sharp. Most people can't handle that. They need distractions to survive. They scroll to escape their thoughts. They chase people to fill the silence. But those who can sit in stillness without crumbling, they're the ones who rise. If you can wake up with no applause and still give your best, you're already becoming unstoppable. Rule 1. Silence builds power. Silence isn't weakness. It's your unseen training ground. Every great mind, every creator, every warrior, they were all shaped in silence. When you're alone, you see truth without filters. You hear your fears clearly, but you also hear courage breathing underneath them. You don't grow when people cheer for you. You grow when no one's watching, and you still show up anyway. That's when strength takes root. Don't escape silence. Enter it. Because the moments you once called lonely will later reveal themselves as the moments that made you powerful. Rule 2. Isolation teaches independence. When you stop depending on others for validation, you begin to trust yourself. No more waiting for motivation. No more begging for support. You build your own. The one who pushes forward without applause becomes unstoppable. Alone, you discover what truly drives you, fear or purpose. And when you choose purpose, you stop asking for an easier life. You start demanding that you become stronger. True independence isn't born from comfort. It's built from resistance. Let solitude be your gym. While others chase recognition, you'll be quietly preparing to dominate. Rule 3. Cut the noise. You can't win alone if your mind is cluttered. Cut the noise. From gossip, from social media, from every voice that doesn't serve your vision. The world wants your attention because your attention is power. And every scroll, every argument, every unnecessary thought steals that power from you. When you disconnect from the noise, people may call you distant. Let them. Peace feels better than validation. Focus is the new luxury. Protect it like treasure. Because once your energy is gone, so is your edge. Rule 4. Pain sharpens you. Pain hurts more when you're alone, but that's what makes it pure. Pain doesn't lie. It breaks illusions and exposes what truly matters. Most people run from it. You study it. Every scar carries a secret lesson. Every heartbreak plants resilience. You won't always have someone to comfort you, but you'll always have yourself. And when you realize that, pain loses its power. Don't ask, why me? Ask, what is this trying to make me? That question turns suffering into strength. Rule 5. Focus becomes a weapon. When you're alone, there's nowhere to hide. No distractions, no excuses, just raw truth and potential staring back at you. Here, focus becomes your sharpest weapon. While others scatter their attention, you aim yours like a laser. You stop trying to do everything and start mastering one thing. Every focused hour compounds. Every small action builds momentum. And soon, what once looked impossible starts to bend in your direction. Success isn't luck. It's focus multiplied by time. Rule 6. Discipline becomes faith. Discipline is the heartbeat of solitude. When no one's watching, discipline decides your destiny. Motivation fades, excitement dies. But discipline, steady, quiet, unshakable, keeps you alive. When you say, I'll do it later, discipline whispers, do it now. When you fail, it lifts you up again. It's not dramatic, but it's divine. Because in the silence of discipline, faith is born. Faith not in luck, not in timing, but in yourself. Show up enough times and one day, what felt impossible will feel inevitable. Rule 7. Loneliness turns into freedom. At first, being alone feels like punishment. Then one day it feels like peace. You stop chasing people who don't see you. You stop begging for company to feel complete. You stop fearing absence because you've found presence. Freedom is walking alone and not feeling lost. Freedom is loving your own company and not craving escape. That's when you become magnetic, not because you need anyone, but because you radiate self-respect. The world chases those who no longer chase it, because calm is rare and peace is power. Rule 8. Vision becomes clear. When the world's noise fades, your purpose comes into focus. You stop chasing everything and start building one thing. You begin to see your future not through comparison, but through clarity. You realize success isn't about being seen. It's about being ready. And readiness is born in solitude, in those nights when it's just you, your dream, and no believers. If you can see it when no one else does, one day they'll see it because of you. Rule 9. You become your own competition. When you win alone, comparison dies. You stop racing others and start refining yourself. The question becomes simple. Am I better than I was yesterday? You stop chasing validation. You start chasing evolution. That's how mastery is born. When no one claps and you still create. When no one watches and you still demand excellence. That's when you become unstoppable. Quietly, patiently, relentlessly. Rule 10. Alone doesn't mean lonely. Being alone doesn't mean you're unloved. It means you're focused. It means you're rebuilding. You're not avoiding people. You're investing in your power. Because one day when you return to the world, you won't come back seeking attention. You'll come back carrying purpose. The world follows those who can stand alone. Because solitude is where truth lives. And once you've tasted truth, you'll never go back to noise. So be alone. Be still. Be patient. You're not lost. You're in training. And when the time comes, you won't need anyone to tell you you've made it. You'll already know.